Right, part 3. What was that you say? I'm going the wrong way. Asteroids don't float. Who says asteroids don't float? Oh, wait. Heretic did. Hang on. You telling me asteroids don't float? Are you sure asteroids don't float? I mean, we're going to be in for a slight problem here if they don't float. So, are you sure they don't float? It looks like it's floating to me. I mean, we're only doing about 3.4 meters per second, but it's floating. And it's not spinning. Oh. That's okay. I figured out what the problem was. Haha! Asteroids do float. You can make them float. You just have to pull them. In the right manner, of course. Do you see me spinning round in circles and blowing up? Nope. Do you see me making slow and steady progress to the, back to Jeb? Yep. The thing is, this is going to get a rather boring video. Right, what am I doing? Shutting down engines, tweaking it to go in a straight line, basically. You need to maintain a certain amount of thrust, a certain amount of speed. The problem is, keep an eye on my fuel. You might find this'll get hilarious. So, sped the video up to like 5 times game speed here. Bear in mind, I sat here for, it was half an hour plus. Yeah, something like that. And I could not leave it. It would not go in a straight line for this one. Yep, and we also struggled to keep the pebble afloat. But a few little tweaks, move a bit of fuel around, which I might add took a freaking age to move that fuel around. I really don't know how tempting it was to use something like tack fuel balancer. But anyway, you can see me here realising that I'm going to be running low on fuel. So I'm trying to grab all the fuel I can. Because you don't need all the engines on, you just need some of them on in the right configuration. And you'll get there. But you can't go any faster. So I'm there transferring fuel around and trying not to let engines run out of fuel and yada yada yada. And as you can see, right towards the end, when all the fuel was completely unbalanced, I was scrambling around transferring fuel from the front tank that was actually used as to keep the nose down during towing. And I'm there trying desperately to transfer every little bit of fuel I could. So I was right by the shore. I could see the bottom coming up. I was almost there. So I'm there looking for spare fuel. And there just wasn't any more left. And lo and behold, we do a Titanic. Well, kind of. Just a quick little piece of nimble fingers, and I managed to quickly find a little bit of fuel and rebalance what I got and do my best with it. It's there. I can see the bottom. And now it's dead. Now I could of course stay like that, grab another tug, hook onto it and pull it in, but no. We decide we're gonna make a revision. More lights, bigger tanks, and let's start again. And this time, we're doing a little bit better here. So, now that the asteroid is actually starting to float, we can now shut down engines, which is what I'm doing here. And of course, beginning to trim us for the really long haul. So this is a second attempt at going through the water. And as you can see, the pebble is floating. And there's that much light on this thing, it lights up the bottom brilliant white. Spectacular when you've got your pixel shaders and pixel lighting turned up to maximum. Not so good on your graphics card though. So, just be warned. But, this time, not only are we way on top of the fuel situation, but we also have a great big orange tank on the nose. Now, one thing that I know full well that you are going to ask is, why didn't I just use fuel pipes to pump the fuel around? Because potentially that would have unbalanced the basically the boat or the tug, because it would have used fuel from the orange tank in the nose before it used up the fuel at the back, which would have meant it would have been tail heavy and likely to sink, considering there's a great big asteroid on its tail as well. So instead I opted to still do it manually and transfer the fuel around. Now the interesting thing is, even though at the back the fuel was imbalanced from left to right, it still didn't tip it over that much, which I thought was kind of cool. So again, making progress at what, 3.3 meters per second. Yeah, the interesting thing is when I pulled the asteroid into the sea, it crippled the physics engine for some reason as well. Not quite sure whether that was just the because of the number of parts on the tug that I was using as well, but yeah, I mean this is supposed to be 5 times the game speed. But nevertheless, slowly making progress. Yeah! We'll get there. We're closing in on Jeb. See, this time we didn't add more boosters, we added more fuel. So it's not always about adding boosters, sometimes it's about adding fuel. More boosters? No, more fuel. Makes bigger explosions as well. Also, one thing that I did was the RCS jets on the nose. I basically removed almost all the RCS jets from around the tug and stuck them on the nose. I took an absolute ruckload, as many as I thought I could get away with on the nose. Simple reason being, makes it easy for steering. Now, you see right there, a sudden change, and it starts turning to the left. At the time I was kind of grabbing a brew when this happened. Yes, I needed a coffee. I needed something to keep myself awake. But as you can see from the video, if you just hop back a little bit, you can see absolutely nothing changed, no control input, and then suddenly, dunk, it starts turning off to the left. Anyone would think the Kraken just gave me a nudge and swung by. Well, gave me a nudge when it swung by. See, now it's in an almost straight line. See, and I'm back and I'm like, what the hell? So, turn it back towards Jeb, not really an issue. Still got plenty of fuel. Ah, we're not far off. So much for the theory of asteroids not floating. But anyway, yeah! Yeah, nice view of the bottom with all that light on it. And you'll also note I put lights facing backwards as well. That was from trying to haul that rock across the mountains at night. In the previous part. But anyway, Bill's doing an absolute wonderful job on this one. Bill's quite happily rescuing Jeb's balls. Oh yeah, 4.7 kilometers is that? Oh, wait a minute, hang on. started moving to the right. It knows that we're almost at the KSC. I'm almost positive that Heretic put something in the save game file that makes the asteroids make the physics go completely up the wall and all sorts when they get close to KSC. I'm positive he's put something in there, because I've never seen an asteroid behave so badly. Then again, the update hasn't been out for, what, a couple of weeks? Right, more fuel transfers. Now that we're going in a straight line again. See, I've still got plenty of fuel left. I'm just kind of thinking, the other asteroid that's on the ground is 3,000 tons. I wonder if I can make that one float as well. Haul it out of the sandpit, throw it in the water, and then drag it across the water. It'd be a lot easier. Come on now. Almost there. Keep it going. There we go. Up comes the shore now. We're almost there. Yeah! Yeah! Whoosh! Whoosh! Yeah! Whoosh! It's great the way you can see the beams underneath at certain angles. Come on. Come on. Got plenty of fuel to do this. Almost at the shore. Come on. And in just a moment, up comes the shore, up comes the rock, fire up all the engines, let's go. Drag it out of that water, let's go. Yeah! Yeah! Really? You want to start spinning now? Okay, that's fine. We'll just have a go at retrimming the engines. And not what I'd call a straight line again. Uh-oh. Up we go. Tail over end. Oops. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. You can do it. Come on. No. Uh-oh. We broke it. We broke it. Definitely going to have a thrust difference now. Can we move it? Go on, straight line, head for jeb. No, not that way. That's not the way that I wanted you to go. Might help if I kept on top of the fuel situation as well. There we go, making progress back to jeb, sort of. Yeah, it's in his rough direction. No, nope, spinning around. And that does it. Boom! Plenty of explosions. Right, we'll have another go. Right, release the old arm. So 2.4 kilometers. Come on. Come on. Nice and steady. Slow progress. Few little tweaks. Oops. Just stop. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, not that way. Don't turn that way. No. Please don't turn that way. Please don't turn that. Go on. To the left. To the left. Go on. Come on. Yes, it's getting dark. Yes, we're getting tired. Come on. To the left. Oh, now you decide to turn to the left. I swear this roid has a mind of its own. Come on. Not far now. Yeah. Oh, uh-oh, we broke it. Oh, this is going to end badly. Yep, it's going to end badly. And of course I'm there chuckling away. So, is this the last one? I think this is the last one. No it isn't. It's the second to last attempt. Got a couple of engines disabled to make it go in a almost straight line. So we're getting there. We're getting there. We're cruising along 15 meters per second. 17 meters per second. 18. 22, 23, 24. And then I realised, oh crap, the runway. It's raised, isn't it? Uh-oh. Okay, well that was uneventful. That wasn't. Oh, brakes. Yes, I released the asteroid. Brakes. Okay, last attempt. From where it was. Almost there. Almost there. You can see we've sustained damage, and now we've just run into the monument. This is in real time, this little bit is. Thought you might like to appreciate getting the pebble back to Jebediah. Right, I think I'll put it there. Yeah, you can stop moving now, Pebble. And you know what? Just for fun. Just in celebration. And that's the spectacular view that you get when you turn your graphics up. So of course, at this point I'm like, woohoo! 1 ball returned! 1 ball returned! And so of course I let it spin there for a while. Just to wake everybody up. Yep, everybody in the complex, wake up! I returned one of Jeb's balls! And besides, there's nothing like doing donuts, is there? I'm sure Jebs stood there on top of the VAB with his head in his hands saying, "Oh God, Bill, no. Just no." I'm sure he's completely embarrassed that Bill's doing donuts. I think that's next to the space plane hangar, isn't it? Yes, it is. What can I say? Party! Party! 1 ball down, 2 to go. I bet you're wondering what's going to happen next. Come on, hands up. Who's wondering what's going to happen next? Anyone? Can anyone guess what's going to happen next? Well, I'll give you a little clue.